You can make checkbox preferences for days, so let's add another preference type to our repertoire, list preferences. List preferences are preferences that look like this. They have a list of options that you can pick from. In XML, they look like this. They have a default value, a key, and a title. And that's all pretty straightforward. The two new attributes are entries and entry values, which, instead of being a single value, are an array of values. The entries are the labels that you'll actually see. For example, red, blue, green. The values are the values that are actually stored in the shared preferences file when you select one of the options. I'm going to go to my strings.xml file and define all of these. Here are the new strings. We have the label for the entire preference, then the labels for each of the values, and then the key. The actual values have already been defined down here. I've already defined them for you because when you're using the setColor method, you have to use one of those values. Going back to our XML, I have a default value now, a key, and a title. But I still need to define these two, and for that, I'm going to need a different type called arrays. So over here, within my values folder, I'm going to make a new values resource file of type arrays. And within this file, I'm going to put two arrays. The first array are the three labels that we're going to be using, and the second array are the associated values. Keep in mind that the ordering of the label has to match the ordering of the value. So we have red, blue, green, and here red, blue, green. And these arrays are using the strings that are found in my strings.xml. Also note, for the keys and the values, I'm setting translatable to false. All of this comes together in a list preference XML that looks like this. Let's see how this looks in the app. Okay, let's check out our preference screen. Cool, and we see our three different options. I've selected blue, but nothing changes in the app yet. Let's fix that. I'm here in the visualizer activity. Let me remind you what actually changing the color looks like. If I go down here to set up shared preferences, I'll see that the setColor method takes one of the color preference values. In this case, I'm always passing it red. So what I'm actually going to do is make a new method, and I'm going to call it load color from preferences. And it's going to take in a shared preferences. And what this method is doing is it's calling setColor on the visualizer view. It's taking the shared preferences, getting a string from shared preferences, which has the key prefColor key, which is our color preferences key, and has a default value of red. Okay, so then I'm going to call that method here. And now that I've got this method, I can also call it from our listener. Okay, and let's run the code. Cool, and I can already see that it's changed to blue. And if I go to my preferences screen and try changing it to green, I can see that it does that too. Wahoo!